All right, all right. Welcome back to another episode. Oh, hold on. My camera.
Bloopers already.
Of Half Court Trap. As we getting started, a little technical difficulties. My camera. All right, cool. I'm your host, Big Mike. The crew is back. The regular panel. We got my man Toby, who was here first today. Jeff.
Yo.
Yo, and Jordan.
Yo,
what's good, man? So Half Court Trap season preview show 21-22. The season is on right now. We're going to do a little quick show, run this down, and then we're going to go to our next show. So first question, Toby, since you were here first, what team had the best offseason?
I'm going to go with the Bulls. I like what they did with the Brewers and Lonzo, Caruso, and then they got young pieces around them. So they definitely should be, on the way up this season.
Jeff?
I mean, Kobe just being naive, but I'm going to go ahead and say the Lakers. I mean, you get two perennial Hall of Famers in one offseason. I mean, I know they might not be the same players they once were, but the IQ never goes anywhere. The love for the game never goes nowhere. And them Bron getting them on their back, they're going to have limited minutes. They're going to be condensed. It'll be a good one.
Jordan?
the obvious choice is the Lakers, right? But I mean,
the only choice. Yeah.
The
only choice. All right. I guess. I mean, you got to look at what they did, picking up Westbrook, picking up Melo, retooling the bench. On paper, they should win a chip. I mean, look, you got to see how the chips fall. I mean, they got.
I do like Toby answer with the Bulls. The Bulls did a lot, so he's not.
I was saying, if I wasn't gonna pick the Lakers, I was gonna say Miami because I did like them getting.
That's what I was gonna say.
Jay Tucker and Kyle Lowry. So,
yeah, I like that. That was my second.
The Morris twin.
Yeah, facts. They did pick up one of the Morris twins.
It's all backcourt though. Nothing. It's not the front court. That was their problem.
Yeah, it's true.
I'll say. All right, next question. We're gonna go through quick. And what we're talking about, so we're gonna talk about it now. Which drama will work itself out first? Kyrie with the Nets or Simmons with the Sixers, and which one is worse, Jeff?
Simmons gonna work itself out first. Because he want to go and they want him to go. They just trying to find the right dollar for him. And I think that'll be the worst as well because of the fact that the potential of him and Joe leading that team to the championship is now a wrap. So Joe really in his real healthy seasons has to try and find somebody else to try and go through this. So I think that's the worst for us. Them.
I think it's going to end the Simmons and the Sixers.
He gonna end up getting traded. Some teams gonna be so desperate. Once the season starts, the team's gonna feel how they are. Some teams gonna say, "I need to make a trade so bad," and they're gonna go give Philly whatever they ask for.
So, what do you think, man? Which one's worse? Which one going to end first?
I'm gonna say Kyrie owners is worse, but I think it's gonna be handled first. I don't know if he's gonna get the vaccine or the shot. And I feel like it's worse because Simmons' own is like a personal issue with, them, with his teammates, with the coach. Kyrie's is just like because of the mandate. He don't got no problem with his teammates. I mean, I understand his view on not want to get it, but if he did get it, everything would just, gel perfectly. They will be the number one favorites. I think they're still favored without him, but they would be guaranteed, number one favorite. So I feel like that's why it's worse.
All right, Jordan, what you think, bro?
I think the Sixers, obviously, the Ben Simmons situation is worse.
Mm-hmm.
I think that the Simmons situation will end first because we don't know what Kyrie's going to do. He's had the entire offseason to get the vaccine and the shot, and he hasn't done it. What makes you think he's going to go do it 40 games into the season? I don't see him changing his mind. Mm-hmm. Then, on the other hand, you have a guy who we'll talk about it later, but obviously you have a
no, talk about it now.
All right. You have a situation where the Sixers created the situation, and you have a player who doesn't want to be there. What did you think was going to happen? And then now you're not going to be able to get anything good for him. And
how ludicrous that you say that they created the situation. He created the situation when he ain't working on his damn game.
Well, I was going to say, why you the Sixers?
I'm going to say this, but they allowed him to basically nonchalantly continue to do the same things, and there was no consequences.
They wasn't trying to put a mandate on him. They thought like, damn, bro, don't you want to get better?
Bro, if you were the coach, after year 3. So really, after year 2, going into year 3, you should have had a conversation. This is what you need to do, and if you're not going to do this, you're going to have a nice seat next to the right. A seat next to me.
Only coaches that have that power have rings, and none of them guys was on the Philly Sixers.
But that's the reality of the situation, because you have a guy who's literally reluctant to basically play offense. You have a guy who's reluctant to play offense. You can't win games that way. Mm-hmm. You have a guy who is your second. He's supposed to be your second best player. Your all-star point guard. Can't have him scoring 5 points in a game 7. I don't care what else
he created. So that debunks the whole thing that you saying that they created this. This is all stuff he has manifested.
They allowed it, bro. You can't enable somebody.
Let's get Toby in there. Who fault you think it is? Simmons or the Sixers? Who's at fault?
I mean, it's really Simmons' fault. He's been there the longest. We had multiple. I mean, we have Brett Brown, but we didn't have no coaches that really pushed him. And you kind of got to blame the Sixers because, like Jordan said, they did, allow him to get, to this point. And Doc did too, because I remember one point he was saying, like, he didn't really have to change, certain things. And then at the end of the day, he realized, like, yeah, he really has to change. I feel like Ben Simmons definitely regressed a lot, especially in this playoffs. He never looked this bad offensively. Like, to not take that dunk that was right there and pass it up right there, that was the lowest of the lows. And that was, like, really unforgivable. So that's why it's like it got to that point that they had to really say. Joel was like, yo, what the heck? Doc was like, what the heck? This is the playoffs. Like, he's literally holding the team back. He's the main one holding the team back at the end of the day.
What about Simmons' point that now that he think him and Joel don't fit together? What do you think about that, Jeff? Is he right or wrong?
I mean, in my opinion, it's wrong. They fit together, not in their current roles, in their current responsibilities. You already know I've said Ben could be the best 4 out in the game if he just changed his position, because he can dominate the glass, he can run the point, and he'll get easy buckets. But the relationship thing now, I think it's soiled because Joel is tired of this shit. Like, Joel's tired of powder caking the news in the media to compensate for Ben's feelings. And he honestly, last playoffs, he said it. And that was it. He said, we can't be passing up shots. Like, bro, you know who I'm talking to. And at the same time, I feel like, you know what? Now I'm thinking about this. Ben probably knew he was going. He was trying to leave anyway, probably. Word up, bro. I think he played them, yo. I think he wanted to play them for the bag and then get traded. Rich Paul's smart. And I think they might have had something up their sleeve like, yo, you don't want to be in Philly. Get the money from them, and then we could be out.
Would you trade him, Jordan, for, would you hold out for Dame, or would you trade him to try to get the best deal you got going?
Bro, I don't see. This is from my point. I don't see why the Portland Trailblazers would trade Damian Lillard for Ben Simmons.
That's what I say. Yeah.
So, I don't see them getting anybody that's an all-star. He's basically a default all-star. The all-stars for the regular season, for the first half of the regular season, and the past couple of years, they've been the top 3 team in the East. You know what I mean? They are a better team when the two of them are on the floor. But the issue is just in the playoffs, like Toby said, like Jeff said, you have a player. Well, to your point about Rivers, he watched his starting point guard literally score 5 points.
It was his first year. His first year on coaching the team, bro.
But bro, this is it's not his. But you're saying it's Doc's first year, but it's not first. This is not the same. This is not the first thing that we're saying about Ben.
This ain't got nothing to do with Doc. So how y'all even blaming Doc? I don't understand it.
No, I'm blaming Doc because I remember earlier.
You're allowing him to.
He was saying like, I kind of give him. Yeah, you're right. It's his first season, but
Doc said he don't got to shoot. Doc
he don't got to shoot or stuff like that. Like that was enabling him.
But he probably thought he was about to get the 2020 18 Simmons. He probably thought Ben was going to turn it up.
He can't even do that.
He should know that you need.
He can do that right now.
He hasn't averaged double-digit assists or rebounds since he stepped on the floor.
Let's be for real, right? Right now,
he's
hurt. His pride is hurt. He hurt right now, like.
But he knew he couldn't come back and play for Philly.
Last year, I don't think the structure or the disciplinary process that Doc Rivers uses is for Ben Simmons. It's not. Some guys it's not tough enough for. Like some guys ain't tough enough for it. And I think Doc something happened last season where Ben got shattered. Like, and it might have been at the end of the regular season because right before the playoffs, or it might have been that first series, but something happened.
But bro, this
where because Ben was doing some numbers, and then he kind of just shrunk.
This has been happening though. That's the problem. This isn't something that just happened this year. This is a recurring issue for him.
Last year, the 2019 playoffs, how did he fare?
He was hurt. He left early.
Right, he did. Wait, when we played the Celtics, right? He was hurt.
Okay.
Yeah. And we were in the bubble. Now we didn't have Tobias didn't play well. You know what I'm saying?
That's what y'all invested the most in, but it's all right. Simmons is worse. It'll end first, and at the same time, it'll just be ceremoniously. Kyrie, yeah, he's got an issue with the whole mandate thing and everything like that. But you know what? It's not. I think that could possibly end too because they're gonna get tired of his stuff. Like, and it's not just the vaccine. Kyrie is just weird.
Gonna have to drop the mandate, or he's gonna have to go get vaccinated. He's gonna get.
What did it say? He's kind of
handles. He don't got no religious exemption, right?
He don't got what?
He's not claiming no religious exemption.
He is.
He didn't. I don't think he did. He said he wanted to be the voice for the voiceless or something.
Yeah, he's not claiming
you think he dirt? Like, what is wrong with this guy?
I don't know what's going on. Everything switched. Like that wasn't a point before. You know, we all thought it was like he was anti-vax and he had a. But now he's saying the voice of the voices for people losing.
I mean, like I get what he's trying to do, but like you can do that and still play ball. Like if you don't want to get the vaccine, then don't get the vaccine. But you're not going to play for the Nets.
You can't play the home games. They can play the away games.
He's not. They're clearly not letting him do that because they don't want him to do that because they don't want to pay him to come the only home game. I mean, the only away games.
Yeah, right.
Like, and mess up the whole chemistry. Playing
yeah. Coming in and out.
That would make absolutely no sense to be
honest. No, I agree with you.
I'm not paying you to show up to half of this shit.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's move on. Speaking of coaches, Doc, Jeff, what coach? Because you always on this is already on the hot seat for the season. That needs to have a good year, you think?
Chauncey Billups. Because he could see the entire thing blow up if he have a bad year. It could be halfway through the year. He really got to come out on fire to keep Dame Lillard. And I know that we talking about statistically, Steven.
You say that, Toby? That hard just now? That 4 points?
This shit is all slow in the league.
All right, go ahead, Jeff.
Yo, so that was wild right there. Great hosting. Like,
my fault.
Nah, I think he got the he kind of got the short end of the stick right now because if they not playing like lights out coming out the first half, he end up losing Dame Lillard, and that's the whole centerpiece.
Okay, that was
that job is terrible without Dame Lillard. It's just Portland. They blow it all up, really.
Okay, Toby, who you think on the hot seat already, man?
I was thinking about
who needs to win.
You know, you say hot seat. I'm giving first year coaches a pass because the first year, even though Chauncey might lose. Dame, I don't think he will lose his job. I'm thinking, I said Billy Donovan on the Bulls. I think this is his second year. Was he on the Bulls last year or? I really don't know.
Okay.
He was, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he was. So they didn't make the playoffs last year. He got a different team this year. I think they should be good enough to go to the playoffs. So that's why I'm putting them on the hot seat straight from the beginning because if they're underperforming, it's going to be a bad look.
Jordan, thinking anybody in your mind? Confused?
I the first thing that came to my mind, y'all might think I'm crazy, but I think it's either Quinn Snyder for Utah or really Malone for Denver. I mean, they've been in the top 3 quarters all regular season and then get to the playoffs and fold. Like, at some point, what's the problem? They're going to look at the coach. So if I had to say one, it'd probably be Utah. I mean, Utah was pretty disappointing last year. I mean, I know Donovan Mitchell got hurt later on into the year and then even going into the playoffs, but who did they beat? Who beat them in the playoffs? Was it Phoenix?
Clippers. The Clippers.
They should have beat the Clippers with no Kawhi.
Yeah.
That was very disappointing. I agree.
Yeah. I agree. That was a good call, Jordan, right there. Because Quinn Snyder been in Mitchell's whole career. That's 5 years already. So you got to do something.
But you don't see normally they don't go to like 6 or 7 for the. Mitchell wasn't really like he was a superstar in the making, but he just wasn't like bona fide. That's what I'm gonna say. I don't know. I never had him like bona fide. Like, yo, this guy is definitely gonna be.
I felt that way when he was snapping, but like I don't know. Last year, bro, he was he was going nuts until he got hurt. Like
Oh yeah, Mitchell have become like a real tough guard, yo. Like real tough.
Like he's too like I don't see anybody
He
athletic
gets buckets, and at 6'1" too, he gets buckets. Yo, I'll be like, yo, this dude is crazy.
He's so athletic and then he's strong as shit.
Yeah. All right. Well, I like Jordan. I like Malone too. Though. You got the MVP. You know what I mean on your team. Y'all not underperforming, but y'all really not making that level. You got to make the next step, even though he might get a pass, Malone, because Murray
injuries,
is out. But still, like I feel like they've been like at that same level for every year. So I'm gonna go with Malone. Next one we're gonna say is who will be the most improved player this season? Last year, who won it? Randall won it last year. Who do you think this year? Who do you think this year, Toby?
I'm gonna go MPJ. Denver is gonna need him to step up. No Jamal Murray until probably the next year.
Yeah.
So
really?
I'm gonna just go.
He got ACL.
Like
he's gonna be hurt for that long. He's gonna be out for that long.
It's a year at least.
Yeah.
I forgot when he got hurt, but I definitely know it's
he got hurt at the end of the season, right? Or first round of playoffs.
Yeah. So he's gonna be some time. So
the earliest probably be after the All-Star break, so maybe like end of February, March. That's still a long time though.
Yeah, exactly. So MPJ gonna have to step up. That's my guy. He needs to take that next leap. He was getting buckets last year too, but they didn't give him the award. So hopefully this year he takes that next level.
Jeff, what do you got, buddy?
I got Lonzo Ball. I think surrounded with all those guards, I think having Levine on the side of him is going to help him flourish real good. I think DeRozan will fold nicely into that kind of maybe a 3-and-D kind of player. I know he can score, you know what I'm saying? But to space the floor, I think Lonzo Ball is going to have a good season. His shooting is looking real solid, and I just like this confidence. I think he needed a fresh start, and he got one. And, I think it's going to be wonderful for him. I think he's going to flourish with that system. Like I said, running with those wing guards, and you got Kobe White on the bench. You just got a plethora of backcourt players that you can pair with Lonzo Ball, and we might see Lonzo Ball's full potential.
All right, Jordan, who you think, bro?
I'm going to say that's a really good pick. I was hoping to say freaking bum Simmons, but I know it's not going to be him. So
how you going to expect him to be? He got to be MVP to be most improved. He already been an all-star. Like, what? How much more improved?
I wish I could say Tyrese Maxey so we can go to the Eastern Conference Finals. So Maxey can average a dub. We can go to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Maxey, all right though. I like Maxey.
I mean, I'm hoping he could be. I mean, I'm hoping he can be nice. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I mean, I like MPJ and I like Lonzo. I don't really have one in mind.
All right, no problem. Yo, this real quick. Grayson Allen was a good pickup for the Bucks, by the way.
Yeah, he just hit a threes.
I know he'll balls.
But he had headaches.
They always get those type of players. The Bucks always get those type of players.
Right now though, the Nets look weak as hell.
Because they got the Kyrie thing hanging over them. Like drama is annoying.
It's not guaranteed they're going to the chips.
Yeah, they just look weak. Without Kyrie, it's not a guarantee, right?
It's not a guarantee at all.
I agree. I
don't think they can beat the Bucks without Kyrie anyway. But anyway, that's another story. Most improved. That's tough. Like I said, it was Randall last year. Boy from Detroit was playing pretty good. Who was on the cusp last year?
I said Grant.
I'm gonna go with who?
I said Grant is a good pick though.
I'm gonna go with the other Ball. I'm gonna go with Melo Ball because I think he averaged 16 last year. I think he'll average plus 20 this year. He's gonna be starting from the start this year, which he didn't do last year. His minutes gonna go up, so I'm gonna go with Melo Ball. I think we'll have a hell of triple doubles. So I'm going with Melo, and Jeff will like that. I'm sure. So
I do. Need that.
But speaking of rookies, like he was last year, who won Rookie of the Year, Jordan?
Who will win Rookie of the Year this year?
Yeah.
I like Jalen Green
over Cade. Okay.
I do. I think they're going to be a little bit better than Detroit. And I think, you can say Cade, but I don't know how well – I don't know how great his jumper is compared to Jalen Green's. You know what I'm saying? And then Jalen Green is smaller but more athletic, and he can kind of get into the lane just off his speed. Right. So I like Jalen Green just because he'll have the ball in his hand. Well, I mean, so will Cade, but I think he'll just have a little bit more opportunity. That's all.
Jeff, Rookie of the Year?
I like Cunningham before I like Green.
Okay.
For one, Cunningham's going to be in the East. He's not going to have to worry about the West juggernauts beating him down every game. And then on top of that, Houston got Kevin Porter Jr. And I think he might blossom this year as well with the freedom to play. So I don't know how much, Cade is going to shine because I think Porter's going to really be playing lights out this year. And John Wall's acting out, isn't he?
Yeah.
He went out, so that's just more shots to go around. I like Porter's potential, and like I said, I think he's going to stop Cade from winning Rookie of the Year. So Cunningham will get it.
So I'll take Jay Wall at this point.
Oh,
Sixers? He can't shoot either.
He
Like I don't know why y'all don't act like
he ain't scared though.
We need
He ain't
shooting.
scared. He gonna shoot.
You gotta shoot, man.
He will shoot you out the game.
I don't want a non-shooter. I mean, I don't want a dude that got a broke.
Non-shooter. Where I get you.
Yeah,
But he'll shoot it.
Right.
He won't. He'll shoot it.
Land, I mean,
He'll go to the lane, get an M1, and hit a free throw.
So
Nah.
he can't pass it to him in the clutch, basically.
who you got Rookie of the Year, Toby?
I'm gonna say Jalen Green.
Okay.
I do
you
agree with Jeff reasoning though, like about Cunningham, because you got to think about the West and the East. It's gonna be way harder for Jalen, and plus he got Porter on his team too. But I just like Jalen, like, and he played in the G last year, so I feel like he was getting buckets, like so. I just like his upside. I just think he's gonna surprise people, and I think that's why he's gonna, probably win it.
Okay. And that's what I'm gonna do 3 out of 4. I like Green too. Cunningham's only okay to me, and I'll trust his jumper. I'm a Jordan on that. So I'm kind of going. And I think Green is very explosive. I think Cunningham might want the better pro long term, but I like Green. Right now. Moving forward though, Coach of the Year. I know who I got on this already. But who you like, Jeff? Coach of the Year.
Go ahead, Jordan.
No, go ahead, bro.
Oh, Coach of the Year this year. Coach of the Year. See, mine's a circumstantial. I'm gonna be honest with you, right? So, if Kyrie play regular, if he get the vaccine, it's gonna be Steve Nash because they gonna go over to the chip, right? And they gonna wait for the Lakers. I think they're not gonna give it to the Lakers, but if, like I said, if Kyrie plays regular games, Steve Nash gonna win Coach of the Year.
All right, Jordan.
Sleeper pick, but I think if Dallas is like a top 4 team, Jason Kidd.
That's a good pick, actually. Toby.
I think Monty Williams. He didn't win it last year. I think Tom Thibodeau won it last year, right? I think Monty will be a 1. He'll be seated between 1 and 3, and he'll probably get the nod this time.
What? 1 and 3 in the West?
No, 1. Like seeds. Yeah, the seeds. You don't think so?
Right. I feel the same way about Dallas. That's what I'm saying. Like, because that's gonna be hard to get. That'd be hard.
The
to
Lakers and the Clippers going to solidify at least.
Without Kawhi.
Yeah.
What Kawhi out for to win?
Next year.
Next year. Yeah, he got an ACL too.
Okay. I forgot all about that. Wow. Yeah, they're done up. Never mind. Take the Clippers out of that.
They've been
It's
looking to
really
make the
the Lakers
playoffs.
championship to win, yo.
Now,
Like,
now
it's really their going to win. Huh?
You think they won't make the playoffs?
Who?
Clippers?
They might.
They might.
Yeah, but not in the top 3 seed.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying, do you still think they'll make the offs though?
Yeah, they can make the Alls with playoff P.
Yeah, I still think they can make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Listen, bro, this is about to be like one of the easiest chips, bro. Like, this is the easiest round possibly to get. Huh?
That last year, niggas said that.
I didn't say the bubble was easy. The bubble was hard.
I mean, Jeff. But see,
and I've been saying that.
I don't think it'll be
like
an easy shit because the Lakers. We talked about it earlier. Like they got a lot of like Toby. Tell the Lakers lineup this year.
Oh
it's
yeah,
old.
tonight.
That's okay.
No. Tell them to start.
I
your
mean,
lineup.
at the end of the Lakers got a lot to
Get
go
the
through.
hell out of
So
here.
tonight's lineup they got, I think, is Westbrook, Bazemore, Braun, AD, and DeAndre Jordan at the 5. No shooting. Ken Bazemore is the best shooter. They got Westbrook. It's gonna be a lot of experimenting going on with the Lakers. To be honest, I'm scared of some teams in the West.
Who?
I'm scared of Brooklyn.
Who you scared of in the West? Let's be for real.
I'm scared
Who
of.
them 4
I'm
can't be?
scared of-
They
I'm
can be
scared of
4 or
Golden State.
5.
I'm scared of a healthy Golden State. To be honest, I'm scared of the healthy Golden State.
Playoff for 2 years, he won't get
And
himself
Clay,
back
that's
to
what I'm
about
saying. If I
January,
see Clay
February.
My
shooting,
mic is so
Clay's
quiet.
gonna be getting some wide open threes. If he's making this wide open threes,
I don't like DeAndre Jordan in certain lineup. I'm mad at that. That's killing
that's
me.
like experimenting.
He couldn't get no burn with the Nets last year at all. He was like DNP DeAndre.
In the playoffs, though, right?
So you want
mainly in
Dwight?
the playoffs. Mainly in
You
the
want
playoffs.
Dwight to start?
I don't want
No,
no,
Dwight
I
has
want-
to come off the bench.
No, I want AD to start at the 5. That's what I want.
He doesn't want to.
Nah, they gotta preserve it for the end of the season. That's gonna be their depth lineup. Him at the
He
5,
doesn't want us
Brown at the
to
4,
five.
Melo at the 3, Westbrook and somebody else, or
AD
AD
just scared
and
to play the
Howard.
5, man.
He's scared to play the 5. Doesn't want to play the 5. Doesn't want to bang in there. He don't want to bang with the big boys. That's all right. Come play the Sixers. Come play that 5. Get 8 up.
Nah, I mean, I think he can good advice not playing the 5.
Well, hold on. Let's go back to the show real quick. We're up a little bit. My coach of the year is Nate McMillan. I think Atlanta going to, because this year he's going to start from the beginning. And last year he was interim. Start from the beginning. I think Atlanta going to be a top 4 seed in the East because they kind of came together that playoff run. So my coach of the year is Nate McMillan, sleeper coach.
Atlanta over New York.
Yes, hell yeah.
All right. New York any playoffs this year? No.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. That's on our list.
Right,
we'll see.
I got you.
All right. Who will win this season's MVP? The regular season MVP. Toby, who do you think?
This is gonna be a shocker to people, but I got Steph Curry.
Okay.
Not a shot.
It's his team. I'm getting reminiscent of how they used to play.
I like that pick, bro.
The way they're playing as a team is reminding me of how they used to play. Like Steph is just he's really truly too unguardable in this system. He gets so many threes, he gets you on islands, no one is guarding him one-on-one. And I like the pieces they have. I like the pickup of Otto Porter. They still got James Wiseman. They got Wiggins. Wiggins got vaccinated.
He
did? Yeah, he got vaccinated.
Wow, they be fooled me, yo.
They want to lose bread.
For no reason, though. Like, why he didn't do all that? Like, you know,
generational wealth right there. That generational wealth. You got to pass that on to.
Yeah, you can't pass up on money.
So yeah, I mean, Steph. I feel like he averaged 30 last year. You know, imagine him averaging 30, and Golden State is, you know, top 3, top 4. His name is gonna be in the conversation for sure. So, especially in the West, like think about who's gonna be in Golden State way in the West right now. Think about it, and yeah, Steph.
You wow. How he gonna win MVP, right? And he ain't win it last year without Clay, so he gonna come back this year and win it.
They didn't make the playoffs last year.
All right, I got you.
And yeah, Clay's gonna come back. This team will be better than last year. They'll definitely make the playoffs.
I forgot LaMarcus unretired, by the way. I'm watching this game right now.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Anyway,
NBA is such a drama.
Jeff, who you got for MVP, bro?
For my MVP, I'm gonna go with Giannis again. Like, I mean, I just think like
he ain't win last year, so you know.
Huh? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He ain't win last year, so you know, I just think a player of his caliber getting another championship, I think is really gonna fuel him for real. Like, I think he a real winning in that small city. That's major, man. That do a lot for you, bro. That do a lot for the NBA. So don't be shocked if he gets some circumstantial calls and situations and scenarios. But I think he gonna have the best chance to win the MVP. Like, who can stop him? Like, he probably worked on his jumper. He was coming along at the end of the season last year with the jumper, even just the mid range. If he can get that 3 ball, man, it's over. And he ain't got to worry about the juggernaut in Philly of having the 2-headed monster. Now it's just Joel. He gonna run through this East, bro. He gonna run through the West too. Some of them teams.
First of all, he was killing both of them anyway. But
yeah,
the juggernaut was Brooklyn.
Who you got for MVP, bro?
So I had this last year. Obviously, he didn't win, but I'm gonna pick him again. I think Luka. You look at the last 3 winners, international. They're obviously NBA is trying to build international brand. Of course, you know they already have, obviously. But I mean, you know, if you're looking at the next, you know, overseas guy, you know, Luka, and then maybe Joel, if he can stay healthy.
He ain't overseas.
Oh, you know what I mean, from overseas.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go with, because without Kyrie, I'm gonna go with KD.
I was gonna say that.
He's gonna be getting hella. He's got a bucket just now. Watching, he's getting hella buckets. Unless he does, and he's unguardable. It could be either one, KD and Harden, because Harden the beast too. But I'm gonna go with KD to win because Kyrie not there. What's my next question? That started watching the game. Hold on. And next question is about a team. Okay, so what team, Jeff? To your other question about the Knicks, what team will make the playoffs that did not make the playoffs last year? Let's start with that, Jeff.
The Hornets. We gonna get in this year. I mean, I said it last year. We should have got in last year. Like it was close at the end. It was like a flip up or something, a toss up. But we gonna get in this year. I think it's some teams in the East that I don't know if they're gonna make it, like the Knicks. Again, I will see them, coming back and making the playoffs again. Hell, I'm even concerned about the Sixers.
That's our next question. So, all right.
Okay, go ahead. Okay.
What about in the West, Jeff? Who will make it? Didn't make it.
In the West, man, who? Let me see.
One clear answer. One clear answer.
One clear answer.
There's one clear answer. Toby said it already.
I mean,
don't worry about it, Jeff. We'll go to Jordan. What you got, Jordan?
Yeah.
Who?
It's the Warriors.
They did make it.
They're going to the playoffs this year.
Right.
It's the Warriors.
Anybody in the East?
West. That's in the West. For the East, I got Chicago.
Chicago. Okay, that's a good one. So Jeff got Hornets. You got Chicago. So that's two teams. I wonder what two going out. Who you got, Toby?
To make the playoffs.
Yeah, they didn't make it last year.
In the West, Golden State.
Yep.
In the East, the Bulls.
Yeah. The West, yeah, definitely. Unanimous on the Golden State vibe too.
If I had to pick one, I'm gonna go with both. It's tough, man. God, right? Because I'm like, if two teams go out, two teams got to go. I like Charlotte and the Bulls, man, but the Bulls, I like them better. I'm sorry, whatever. Even though I'm a Melo fan. So let's go the other way around. Who made it that won't make it then? Since we got teams going in, who's going out, Toby?
In the East, I just picked the easy choice. I said the Wizards. They made the playoffs last year.
They did. Yeah.
They're definitely not making it this year. In the West, who made it? I didn't make it. Honestly, I didn't think about that.
Well, you said somebody go in, somebody got to go out.
Yeah, you're right. I didn't think about that. I'm trying to think who made the playoffs last year.
Bro, the AFC, if I'm not mistaken, was Clippers.
Grizzlies.
No,
Grizzlies.
Memphis.
Memphis.
Yeah.
They might.
And then the Lakers were 7.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Wow.
6 seed Portland.
Portland won't make it.
Portland
okay.
not good. Okay. They always make it still though. They're still gonna make it like somehow.
Wait, they didn't add an extra team, right? It's still 8 teams, right? All right.
Yeah.
So Dave definitely getting traded.
Dave definitely getting traded.
Last season, I don't know.
Dave gonna be a Christmas gift for somebody. Like, Christmas, bro.
He always doing the streak where he just carries the team to mad wins and they go to the playoffs though.
He cannot.
I don't know. I'm tired of that. I don't think it's gonna happen this year. They really didn't get that much better, but yeah.
Right. All right. Who you
I
think
got the Pacers too, and I got the Pacers in the East. They done. I mean, not the Pacers, the Wizards. The Wizards done, and then the Grizzlies done. That's it.
Grizzlies. Jeez.
Yeah.
Okay, Jordan.
No, yeah, I mean Wizards, obviously. And then it's a toss-up for me in the West. Like, it's a toss-up. Like,
it is.
I mean, you can say the Grizzlies, but they got better than me.
Yeah.
And then you can maybe, like we just said it earlier, but like maybe the Clippers might not make it. Who knows? Like, because you look at and then like Portland could make it, but they got their 2 stars. We'll see what happens. The Clippers are going to be without Kawhi Leonard for the entire season. That's going to be a problem.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to be a top 5 team in the West without him.
It could be a top 8 team, definitely.
I mean, you got Golden State, right? Who was out of the playoffs that'll probably be in the mix within that 8. Right? Is Memphis going to make it? Is Dallas going to make it again? I would hope so. They got a battle, man. The West is too crazy.
Nah, it's not, bro.
You got New Orleans still. I mean, I don't feel them. I'm not going to expect anything from them, but I mean, they still got Zion and BI.
New Orleans, stop it, bro.
All right, I mean,
definitely them their dub.
I'm just saying.
Who they coach?
They still got they got
Nah, they fired him.
They fired Stan Van, right?
Yeah, I forget who they picked up.
Yeah, the Clippers are definitely going to be good enough to still, I think, go to the playoffs. Like I'm looking at it here.
Okay, so then who? Oh, well, go ahead. Never mind.
Who you got
It's just
going
gonna be
out,
the shift of the who what?
Who not gonna make it?
I said the Grizzlies ain't gonna make
You
it.
said Grizzlies. Okay, yeah, that's right. All right.
And Portland might be behind them too. I might rock with Toby. That's my 2A. My 1A, 1B.
Yeah, I mean Jordan's right about the Clippers though, man. They could easily slide without Kawhi. You know,
the Clippers are easily better than the Grizzlies right now.
I still think they're better than the Grizzlies. I still think they're better than probably the Trailblazers.
Who do they have? I mean, like when you think
Paul
about
George.
like before
They have Reggie Jackson. They have
oh yeah, what's the boy? Terrence, whatever,
Terrence
Man.
They got
players.
They got some. Their team is solid. They have an okay bench too. I gotta go to the roster.
And they got a championship coach.
They
He ain't gonna let them fall out the playoffs.
Giannis is
Utah.
baby KD. Woo! Coming back though.
KD be getting buckets though. You see this shit?
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. So that is tough. Wizards definitely, even though they got Jeff Boy Kuzma there, the Wizards will make it. If Kuzma got
the all-time leading scorer at Utah State, bro. Stop disrespecting, bro.
And they got Dinwiddie too, right?
Yeah, they got Dinwiddie too. Yeah.
Mm.
And they got Bradley Beal. So.
Yeah.
Never know, right?
They're still not making it.
Yeah,
but Kuz got a chance to prove what he could be without LeBron. So we'll see what Kuz's gonna do. But yeah, I'm gonna say Wizards, and I'm gonna say it is tough out west, man. But yeah, I'm gonna roll with the Grizzlies like Jeff actually. So moving on forward, man. So we can try to wrap this show up in a few minutes. So now we got to the we get to the playoffs. What two teams you got in the Eastern Conference Final, Jordan?
In the Eastern Conference Finals?
ECF, yeah, Eastern Conference Finals.
ECF, okay. Milwaukee is solidified.
Right.
I don't see anybody fucking with them. Excuse me, my bad. Milwaukee, and then I'm gonna go out on a limb here because I'm really afraid that the Sixers won't make it without Ben. And then I think that's so dead ass though. That's the sad part though. Like it's true. It's true though. Like you guys know it. Like,
did they make it last year?
They made it with Ben Simmons. Though.
They did make it.
I know what I'm saying. They made it to the second round.
Yeah.
I'm afraid they might not make it past
Championship,
the
bro.
first round. My point is they might not make it past the first round without no Ben Simmons.
Oh wow.
As sorry as it, that could be true. Like they are a better team with them on the floor altogether. But anyway, whatever. I'm gonna go the obvious choice, Milwaukee and Brooklyn. Like because I can see Brooklyn beating anybody else beside Milwaukee. We still gonna have to see what Boston looks like. I don't think they got any better. I don't think Boston got any better with picking up Schroeder and letting go Kemba Walker. I don't think they were that good with Kemba Walker anyway, but I don't think that was a big upgrade. Miami's a sleeper. Miami got better than Boston. Miami, I believe, got better than Boston.
Miami got better than Boston. They was higher in the rankings last year than Boston, bro. What the hell are you talking about, bro?
I think Miami got better than Boston. I think they had more of a collection of talent.
He already was better than them. Years straight.
All right, hold on. Let's move forward, Jeff. Who you got in the Eastern Conference Final, bro?
I got the Bucks and the Heat.
Okay.
I like adding Kyle Lowry. Yo, that's a crazy lineup with him, Butler, and Adebayo. Then you add the shooters, so
Hero, yeah, Duncan, yeah, Robinson,
yeah. And
and then PJ Tucker playing defense or whatever. So
yeah. Oh, I forgot. Oh, he can. Oh, that four would be crazy. Whoever they have at the five, like Lowry, Butler, Adebayo, Tucker on defense, and then a center. Wow, that's crazy.
All right, Jordan, who you got in the Eastern Conference Final, bro?
Nice. Toby.
I'm sorry, Toby. I meant Toby. I'm watching the game.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna say Bucks and Nets.
Bucks and Nets.
Yeah, it's tough because of the Kyrie situation. I'm like Jeff with the caveats and shit like that. Because without Kyrie, the Heat is actually, I think, could be better than Nets. Honestly,
it's an overall team, right?
Yeah, it's an overall team. Yeah.
They ain't coaching.
I just think about the playoffs.
I feel you on that. I definitely do. I'm there.
When it comes to the playoffs, I just don't think they have the answers to match what they will have to match.
But James,
I don't think that he have it. Did he have a good team? They have a
As
good
sad
team.
as I say,
Concept,
Phil saying
but
this,
when it
right?
comes down to the buckets, they won't be able to match them.
As bad as I feel saying this, Kyle Lowry ball in the playoffs, fool.
I've been telling you that.
Yo, that boy ball in the playoffs, bro. Like, hold on. That's
That was a couple years ago.
Ball
That
against this animal.
was a couple years ago.
It was a couple years ago.
he
He
balled
didn't
last
have to
year.
deal with that
We're
animal.
going to see. I fuck with Kyle, but we're going to
He
see.
didn't have to deal with that animal.
He ain't got to do. He ain't got to do 30
He
again.
would have lost.
He never was getting 30. He was never
He
getting.
He ain't got to do that.
He wasn't doing that.
Come
He
on
ain't
back,
got to do
though.
that. He ain't got to do that.
But
But you know what? I'm gonna roll with the chalk. Though. I'm gonna go with the Nets and Bucks or whatever. Still, hopefully they don't meet each other early. We can see them in the Eastern Conference Final. So y'all think the Hawks were like a one-shot deal, huh? That's it for them.
I don't.
No, just not ready.
Yeah, I just
They're
don't
not going
think
to Eastern
they're gonna
Conference
have
Finals.
Yeah, they're not ready.
I would say
Gotcha.
the one thing though I will say about the Nets, like James Harden has to be MVP James Harden for them to get to the Eastern Conference Finals.
I don't know if he can do that with KD. Like, how can two MVPs be like? It's just so hard, man. And they both need the ball. Like James is ball
KD
dominant.
don't really need the ball like that.
I say I don't think
I know, but James dominates the ball to be an MVP. James Harden, like he dominates the ball.
I feel like he played at an MVP level last year.
And James passes the ball though.
A
Yeah.
lot.
He does.
It's gonna work
But
out.
to be MVP level James Harden, he was dominating the ball, bro.
He don't gotta be that, but
He don't have to be. That's why I say he ain't got to be that.
He don't. Yeah, the
It's
first round
easier
against
for him.
Boston, I mean, Boston, they destroyed Boston. Literally.
It's
Yeah.
easier, man. It's easier.
all right, moving on forward. Let's go to the West then, because you said how two MVPs Jeff could play together, but now you got Bron and Westbrook, two MVPs.
Totally
See,
Totally.
it's probably worse actually. They both need the ball more.
Totally different. Bron don't need the ball. They just want Bron to have the ball because he was the best playmaker on the court.
Bron need the ball more than KD need the ball.
Yeah.
Bron need the ball more than KD need the ball.
Yes, yes.
Well, if you want pound, but I'm talking about Bron and Westbrook. Bron don't need the ball that much. He played off the
More than
ball
KD,
plenty of
definitely,
years.
man. Definitely more than KD.
He played off the ball a lot.
Okay, all right.
He's
So,
starting to this season for
who
sure.
you got in Western Conference Finals, Jeff? Besides Lakers, then
Besides, how the hell that's
Exactly.
yeah. Do it even matter? Like, you know what? I get Utah can make it.
All right, cool.
I get Utah can make it. I think they could beat the Suns fully healthy. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if the Suns. I think that was a one and done thing too.
They don't want to pay Ayton actually.
They wilding for that.
They shouldn't. They shouldn't.
They shouldn't. So
I
yeah,
thought you like Ayton.
I do not max dollar money Ayton though.
Yeah,
Like nah,
I agree with
I don't
that.
like Ayton max.
Damn,
Yeah,
so you're gonna let him walk?
I agree with that.
He ain't 20 and 10 like that. Like nah, that's max money. You get 20 and 10 a night. You average that. All right, cool. He not averaging 20 and 10 right now. I wouldn't give him that max money.
You let him walk.
And they just gave it to two other people.
I mean, they probably had a discussion, but you're gonna let him
I
walk.
wouldn't let him walk, but you're not about to get max dollars.
He ain't about to get max dollar.
I mean, I think
He can probably get a shorter contract with good money and then try and go max again. But don't give him max dollar right now. He got a lot more to work on.
All right, who you got with Western Conference Finals, Toby?
Lakers Warriors.
He love them Warriors. He love them Dubs, huh?
Love them dubs. Stay catching L's, but love them dubs.
All right, Jordan, who you got, bro?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Toby's pick. I'm gonna go with Lakers Warriors as well.
Damn, really?
Bro, y'all know how I felt. I mean, y'all know I'm a Sixers fan, but y'all know how I thought about Golden State.
You did, yeah.
Mhm.
It's all right. I'm gonna go with Lakers, and the West is tough after that. I'm with Jeff, man. You got Utah, but I don't never trust to go Bear. Clippers gonna be shot at that time. Dallas is too early. It just might be the Suns, man. It might be Lakers Suns, Western Conference Finals. They make another step, and they picked up who they pick up? Oh, they got Landry Shamet now. The Suns are deep, yo.
Oh, and they picked up McGee too. They picked up McGee too.
JaVale?
Yeah, on the Suns, yeah.
Wow. Man, he would have been real good in Miami.
Yeah. So that's where I'm going. But who's going to the finals then? Are those teams you picked, Jeff?
Lakers Nets.
Who's winning?
Well, as a matter of fact, I ain't even picked them. I meant to say Lakers Bucks.
You didn't pick the Nets, yeah. Lakers Bucks. All right.
Yeah.
Hey, don't say who won it yet. Who you got in the finals, Jordan?
For the all right. So I mean, if I had to If you put a gun to my head and say, who am I going with? All right, it's Lakers and Bucks.
All right.
It's Lakers and Bucks.
Toby?
Same. Lakers Bucks.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna say that it's unanimous. Lakers Bucks. I feel like
you can't deny the champ.
Yeah. Toby, who you got winning it?
Lakers.
Jordan?
What do you say?
He said Lakers.
I mean, get to the.
They get there, they winning.
They get there, they're winning the championship.
He not going home without that thing if he get there.
Figured out, and Brian isn't losing any more finals, especially with
that shit's
AD
over
by his side.
Their big three against
nobody. It doesn't matter. They smacking
I'm
everybody.
taking them over the Bucks.
Listen, man. If LeBron James gets to the championship, the man going home with the trophy. He ain't coming home without a trophy.
He hasn't done that more times than he's won. He's
Brown
lost
was
more than
Warriors.
he's won, but okay.
Only
Yeah, but he hasn't lost winning since he's been winning for a while.
He's been going for a while and losing them
I
too.
feel you.
So you got all right. You say all that, Joe. Who you got? Lakers and Bucks to the championship. The win.
Man, if West is West, I'm gonna give it.
Funny dude.
I'm gonna give it to the Lakers.
You said all that shit and pick the Lakers. That's all
Westbrook gotta be like he gonna be the X factor. Like if he
AD's the X factor, man.
AD is the X factor, bro.
Everybody said
A top
AD is
5
the X
NBA
factor,
talent.
but people, I'm saying this. Everybody says AD is the X factor, but AD, I don't believe is gonna have a problem with showing up. AD gonna do his thing. LeBron gonna do his thing. Westbrook is the one that's really has to change his game, and can he actually do that and be effective in their offense? Because AD isn't going to have to change shit. He's going to be the number one option.
Yeah.
He's the number one option. Westbrook, you're the last option here. You're number 3. You've never been a third option anywhere. So what are you going to do? You're Chris Bosh, low key. What are you going to do here? So you feel me?
Nah, I think if he gets to the championship, he gonna know what the hell he's supposed to do. Get your ass in that corner, bro. Bring the ball up, give it to me, get out the way.
That corner jumper ain't right.
If he in the corner, he ain't gonna
sit in the corner. Melo gonna be sitting in the corner, but Westbrook is gonna bring the ball up, give it to Bron, and they're gonna run a little cut and dives and all that little cute shit, get easy buckets. You ain't gonna have to worry about Westbrook doing nothing, man. If he get to the championship, if LeBron James, listen, he winning, man. It's like, come on, man. That team gets this shit, it's over.
Y'all know how I was when the whole thing first came out. So I gotta see it to I gotta see it to
I know.
So,
I think if they get to their win, but I think it's gonna be tough. A tough, maybe 6-7 game series with the Bucks. I think the matchups, are harder than we think. You know what I mean? But I think the Bucks' size can hurt the Lakers. They're big too. Can hurt the Lakers, and then you got Drew. If you put Drew on Westbrook might not score. Whatever. So that would be a problem too. But I think the still Lakers will out.
Drew might not score either. He had a problem scoring last year. Maybe they cancel each other out. Like, so we might really be talking about Bron and AD versus Middleton and Giannis. Like, and we know who we taking. Like,
that's true. Exactly. I agree on that 100%.
Because Dwight can definitely neutralize what's the name. He can neutralize and even if he is out the paint, you still got AD there. You still got Bron in the paint. Like, teams just won't getting Dwight Howard back was so clutch.
Yeah,
should never let the nigga go.
And the Bucks losing PJ Tucker defensively is
what
bad for them. Yeah, that's why they might have trouble against the Nets. Going back real quick, because PJ was sticking Durant all game. Without him, they're gonna have a tough time against the Nets. Even though I still got the Bucks, but that's gonna be tough. But anyway,
they just had freaking Harden on freaking Giannis. Oh.
Getting cooked, I know. Okay, shit like that.
They're just throwing anything at him.
They got to. But anyway, that's our show, Half Court Trap. We appreciate the first show, season preview. We'll be back with more Half Court Trap later this year as the season picks up. We appreciate the people who are watching. We're about to go do another show. Come on back for Beyond the Trenches. For that, I'm Big Mike. Thank you, guys. You guys got the other link, so we're going to hop out of this and hop into that.
Those Sixers. Mike, send that link for Beyond the Trenches so I can send that out.
Yeah, one job. All right. All right.
The live piece.
Oh, the live piece. All right, cool.
Yeah,
right,
Sixers fan.
All right.
You're a Hornets fan. Come on, bro.